Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the Cliff House, Liam stammers, "I'm dying." He denies it. Steffi says Finn told her. She knows it seems impossible, but it's true. In Kelly's room, she's impressed that she's getting tucked in twice, once by her dad and once by Finn. They talk about the dancing in the living room. She gushes that her dad is the best. Finn tells her that no matter what, the bond between a dad and his daughter is always there. He's sure she'll always remember tonight. A memory like that is something you'll carry with you for the rest of your life. When she's an old grandma, she'll think back on how special her dad made this night. Kelly says it was better than going to the dance. Her dad always comes through for her. They keep chatting and Kelly says she's lucky to have two daddies. Finn is honored to be her stepdad. He could never replace her dad. She's been blessed with an extraordinary father. Kelly smiles. Her dad says he'll never leave her. In the living room, Liam wonders if Steffi's pranking him. She explains they found a mass on his brain scan. It's inoperable. She thought he should hear it from her. He takes a deep breath and reels. He grimaces as he gets a pain behind his eye. She wants to take him back to the hospital, but he says he needed to be there tonight. Steffi tells him he can't put himself in jeopardy. Liam snorts, "I'm not dying, Steffi. There is modern medicine, and they can do anything nowadays." Steffi shakes her head and tears up again. Liam tells Steffi he has two daughters, he can't die. Is he supposed to sit them down and tell them this? They're all he has right now, and she's telling him he has to abandon them. It's not fair. I eat healthy, I'm young, I exercise. I'm not dying, okay? He has to be there for all the special occasions in the future. I have to be. Finn appears and Liam asks him to provide some clarity. Is what Steffi's saying true? Am I dying? Finn tears up. Liam looks horrified. At Il Giardino, Sheila creeps up on Deacon in the back room and asks him to take a break. She senses he has something on his mind. Thinking about Hope? She asks. Deacon nods. He's thinking about Hope and the guy who betrayed her. He laments that Hope finally thought she found a partner that she could trust. If it had been Liam instead of Carter, he'd have stood up for Hope. Sheila learns that she paid Carter a little visit at Forrester and took matters into his own fists. Deacon says Carter had it coming. Sheila asks if he took the hint. Deacon hopes he did. I don't want Carter near my daughter ever again. He can't understand why it never works out for her. Sheila asks if he's sure it's over between her and Carter. Deacon sure hopes so, but he wouldn't mind if she got back with Liam. He thinks he's matured and is ready to be the man Hope wants him to be. Sheila hedges. They do share a child. Deacon isn't matchmaking or anything, but he did bring it up to Hope. Sheila cringes. She just broke up with Carter. Deacon doesn't know if she'll have a happily ever after with Liam, but she deserves to find out. At Brooke's place, Carter surprises Hope. He says the door was open. I had to see you. I miss you, Hope. Hope says she heard it's a big day at Forrester tomorrow. What with Eric and Ridge's couture fashion show. Carter hates that she's not part of it. Even more, I hate being apart from you. Hope appreciates him fighting for them, but he didn't fight when it mattered most. Carter protests. What if she could see where he's coming from? He's sorry she felt he let her down. Hope says he let her down and hurt her when all she did was try to support his dream. She trusted him probably more than any other man before. Hope tells Carter he made a monumental decision without even coming to her first. She's starting to see the flaws in their little plan, and that she shouldn't have gone along with his takeover. Which, by the way, was your idea. Carter is glad she sees they were wrong and caused turmoil. Hope scoffs. Turmoil? I've been going through a lot of that since Liam and I divorced, haven't I? Carter muses. So, you've been thinking about Liam. Hope has been doing some soul-searching. They have a beautiful daughter and memories together. Carter pleads for her to give them the chance for a future. The future he still wants with her. In the Cliff House, Finn tells Liam the MRI showed a mass, and unfortunately, the neuro team says it's inoperable. Liam asks, "How do we treat it then?" Finn remains silent. Liam asks if they'll just wait for him to die. Finn says there may be ways to slow the progress, but Steffi assures Liam they'll all be there for him. Everyone will be there for him. Liam balks. "Nothing has changed, guys. You better promise me if this is. Nobody can know about this. There could be something that could fix it. Finn can't make promises. Liam can. He promises Finn and his daughters that he's not dying. I can't die right now. I have faith that there is something beyond science and medicine that is not going to rip me away from the two people I love most in the world. If it's real, he's got work to do. He must cherish every moment with his girls. He's not accepting this death sentence and has too much to live for." Part 1. A diagnosis too final. The sterile hospital room smelled of antiseptic and doom. Liam Spencer sat on the edge of the bed, muscles tense, as Dr. Martin's words replayed in his mind. "I'm sorry, Liam. The tests confirmed it's terminal. Without an experimental treatment, you may only have months." Liam's mind had gone numb the moment she said terminal. The word echoed through his bones like a funeral bell. "No," he muttered now, staring at the floor. "I'm not accepting this." He clenched his fists, not because he feared death, but because it felt wrong. Like a mistake. A twist in fate too cruel to be real. He had too much left to do, too many people depending on him. Too many apologies he hadn't made yet. At the doorway, Steffi watched him silently. Her heart was breaking, but she'd learned to be strong, for herself, for the kids, for everyone. Yet seeing Liam so shattered, it crumbled the edges of her composure. "You don't have to accept it," she said softly, stepping into the room. "But you do have to fight. Please, Liam." He shook his head. "I need more than just chemo and prayers. I need something else, something real." He looked up at her then, eyes dark with a blend of fury and fear. "There's a clinical trial in Switzerland, but it costs $500,000. And they don't take just anyone. I need leverage. I need connections." Steffi felt the weight of his desperation and knew what he was implying. "You think Hope can help?" "I know she can," Liam said. "But she won't talk to me, not after everything." Part 2. Carter's Unexpected Mission. Carter Walton stood in the Forrester Creations conference room, sorting through contract paperwork when Hope Logan burst in, fire in her eyes and pain lingering in her expression. "I don't want to hear anything about Liam right now," she snapped. Carter put down the folder. "Hope, just hear me out. No. Every time I try to move forward, someone brings me back into his orbit. He cheated on me, Carter. He kissed Steffi again. And now he wants sympathy." Carter took a breath. He'd spent years being the rational voice in a room full of emotional chaos. But this time, it wasn't just about reason, it was about heart. "It's not about sympathy," he said quietly. "It's about saving his life." Hope froze. "What?" "He's dying, Hope. Diagnosed last week. Some rare genetic thing he didn't even know he had. He's trying to get into an experimental program, but he needs influence and capital. Things you might be able to help with." Hope turned away, her arms crossed tightly, as if she were holding herself together by sheer force. "You think I'm his last resort. I think," Carter said gently, stepping toward her, "you might still care. Even if you don't want to." She didn't answer, but her silence spoke volumes. Part 3. The Plea. Carter met Liam at the beach house later that evening. Liam looked exhausted, emotionally and physically, but there was still a stubborn gleam in his eye. "She won't come," Liam said, almost without waiting for Carter to speak. "She didn't say no," Carter corrected, "but she's torn." Liam leaned against the window, watching the sun dip below the horizon like it was taking something from him. A final goodbye. "I deserve this," he muttered. "I messed everything up. Maybe this is just karma catching up." Carter crossed the room and placed a firm hand on his shoulder. You don't deserve to die for your mistakes, Liam. Nobody does. And if Hope is your best shot, you fight for her help. Not as your ex-wife. Not as the mother of your child. But as someone who once believed in you enough to love you. Liam turned to face him, eyes glassy. And if she doesn't anymore? Then you still try, Carter said simply. Because your life is worth it. Part 4, Hope's Dilemma. That night, Hope stood at the foot of her bed, unable to sleep. Her phone buzzed for the 5th time in an hour. Messages from Brooke, Thomas, even RJ. Everyone had heard bits of the news. But she couldn't escape one memory. The day she told Liam she wanted a divorce. The way he looked at her, not with anger, but regret. And maybe, hope. Now he was the one hoping. He's dying, her mind whispered again. She thought of Beth. Of the way Liam made her laugh. The bedtime stories, the inside jokes. The family they had tried so hard to build. Could she walk away now, when he needed her most? Did loving him once mean she owed him this, or had he broken that bond too deeply? Part 5. A Dangerous Bargain. Hope finally agreed to meet Liam at the Cliff House, a place saturated with memories, both beautiful and haunting. She arrived with her heart armored, but seeing him weakened, eyes sunken, and yet still trying to be strong, it chipped away at that armor fast. I can't believe it, she said, sitting across from him. You look different. He gave a half smile. Feels like I aged a decade in a week. They sat in silence for a while, the ocean roaring outside like an old restless god. I'm not asking you to love me again, Liam said finally. But I need your help. If I don't get into this trial, I might not make it to Christmas. Hope closed her eyes. I don't know if I can go through this again, Liam. Watching you fall apart. Watching me fall apart. He reached across the table, taking her hand, not possessively, just gratefully. I know I'm the last person who should be asking you for anything. But if there's any part of you that still remembers the man you once loved, I'm begging you. Help me live. Hope stared at their hands for a long moment, then nodded. Part 6. A Storm of Reactions. Word spread quickly once Hope used her Logan name and international contacts to fast-track Liam's application to the Swiss trial. Within days, the Forrester family, and beyond, had something to say. Steffi felt a storm brewing in her chest. Watching Hope rise to Liam's side reignited old insecurities. She said nothing, but her eyes told Finn everything. Do you think she still loves him? Finn asked gently. She always loved him, Steffi replied. But now? I don't know. I just know I can't go through another Hope-Liam-Steffi triangle. Not now. Meanwhile, Brooke cornered Hope in the Forrester CEO office. You're a saint for doing this, Brooke said, her tone tinged with concern. But don't lose yourself in it. I'm not, Hope replied. I'm just giving him a chance. And if that turns into giving him your heart again, Hope didn't answer. And that silence echoed louder than words. Part 7, Carter's Warning. Days later, Carter met Hope for lunch. Half concerned friend, half unofficial guardian angel. You're doing something incredible, he said. But don't forget who you are. Hope sipped her tea slowly. You mean don't fall back into old patterns? I mean don't mistake pity for love, Carter said. It's easy to get lost in the emotional whirlwind. But this is about Liam's life, not your guilt. Hope looked away. I don't know the difference anymore. Carter reached across the table, much like Liam had days before. But this touch was steady, supportive. Then take a breath, and remember, this is your life too. You get to choose. Part 8. Liam's Fight Begins. With Hope's help, Liam was accepted into the trial. The day he boarded the private flight to Zurich, he looked like a man walking into battle, scared, hopeful, and deeply humbled. Hope, Carter, and even Steffi came to see him off. I don't know how to thank you, Liam told Hope. You don't have to, she said. Just live, he nodded, voice cracking. I'll try. As the jet lifted into the clouds, Carter turned to Hope. "You saved his life." Hope exhaled deeply. "Maybe. But I think he's saving mine too, in a strange way." Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and BUUTIFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.